The crystalline corridors of the Nexus Medical Facility echoed with chittering laughter as Dr. Sarah Chen walked past the alien medical staff. The insectoid Vexti clicked their mandibles in amusement, while the gaseous Etherians pulsed with colors that unmistakably conveyed mockery. Even the stoic granite-born turned their rocky facades away in what passed for their species' version of dismissive snickering. "Look at the soft skin," hissed Dr. Zelkar, the lead Vexti surgeon, his compound eyes glittering with malice. "Playing with primitive chemical compounds when we have quantum cellular reconstruction." Sarah adjusted her worn leather medical bag, an antique by galactic standards, and continued toward the emergency bay. 3 months aboard the Coalition's premier medical vessel, and still they treated her like a curiosity rather than a colleague. Her human medical degree meant nothing here, where alien physicians could regrow limbs in minutes and heal fatal wounds with thought-guided nanobots. The proximity alarm suddenly screamed through the facility. Emergency lights bathed everything in harsh red as the ship lurched violently. Through the viewport, Sarah could see the twisted black vessels of the Devourers, an ancient machine intelligence that consumed organic life to fuel their dark technology. "All medical personnel to battle stations," the ship's AI announced. Massive casualties incoming. The alien doctors moved with practiced efficiency, their advanced tools humming to life. Sarah grabbed her primitive medical kit and followed, knowing she'd likely spend the battle watching from the sidelines. The first wave of casualties arrived within minutes. Coalition soldiers from a dozen species, their bodies broken and bleeding, were rushed into the medical bay. The alien doctors worked frantically, their quantum healers and molecular reconstructors working overtime. Then the second wave arrived. These soldiers weren't just wounded, they were clinically dead. The Devourer's new weapon didn't just kill, it left the body intact while completely severing the neural pathways that connected consciousness to flesh. The victims lay perfectly preserved but utterly lifeless, their souls seemingly torn away. Dr. Zelkar examined the first corpse with his advanced scanners. "Impossible," he clicked. "The body is undamaged, but there's no neural activity. No quantum signature. They're gone." One by one, the alien physicians examined the dead soldiers. The Etherians' energy manipulators found nothing to manipulate. The Granite-born's matter restructuring proved useless against an enemy that left matter untouched. Even the Scion healers recoiled, sensing only emptiness where minds should be. 17 soldiers, Dr. Veltara announced grimly. All dead. There's nothing we can do. Sarah had been quietly examining one of the bodies, a young Terran Marine named Rodriguez. While the aliens had used their sophisticated scanners, she had relied on something far more primitive, her hands. She'd felt for a pulse, checked pupil response, monitored breathing. All the ancient arts her professors had insisted she learn, despite the availability of advanced technology. "They're not dead," she said quietly. The medical bay fell silent. Every alien eye, energy pattern, and rocky outcropping turned toward her. "Excuse me?" Dr. Zelkar's voice dripped with disdain. Sarah looked up from Rodriguez's body. "They're not dead. They're in a state I've seen before, extremely rare, but documented in pre-space human medical texts. Complete neural shutdown while maintaining cellular integrity. We call it apparent death syndrome." "Primitive human superstition," scoffed Dr. Veltara. "Our scanners show no life signs." "Your scanners are looking for quantum signatures and energy patterns," Sarah replied, reaching into her leather bag. "But sometimes the simplest solutions work best." She withdrew a small vial of clear liquid and an archaic syringe. The alien doctors watched in bewilderment as she drew the contents into the needle. "Epinephrine," she explained, "combined with a neural stimulant cocktail. It's thousands of years old by galactic standards, but it targets the basic electrochemical processes that quantum medicine sometimes overlooks." Without waiting for permission, Sarah plunged the needle directly into Rodriguez's heart. Nothing happened for 30 seconds. The aliens began to murmur among themselves, preparing their ridicule. Then Rodriguez's eyes snapped open. He gasped, his body convulsing as neural pathways reignited. Within moments, he was conscious and aware, staring up at Sarah with confused gratitude. The medical bay erupted in stunned silence. "Impossible," whispered Dr. Zelkar. Sarah was already moving to the next body, preparing another injection. The Devourer's weapon severs advanced neural connections. The quantum consciousness links your species evolved. but humans never fully developed those pathways. We still rely primarily on electrochemical processes. This drug restores the basic neural firing patterns that connect consciousness to flesh. One by one, she moved through the 17 dead soldiers. Humans naturally responded immediately. But surprisingly, members of other species also began to revive as the primitive stimulants bypassed their quantum-dependent systems and reactivated the basic biological processes all organic life shared. Within an hour, 16 of the 17 soldiers were conscious and recovering. Only one, a scion whose consciousness had been too deeply integrated with quantum fields, remained beyond even human medicine's reach. As the immediate crisis passed, the alien doctors stood in stunned amazement around Sarah. The human medic was carefully monitoring her patient's vital signs with instruments that were older than some civilizations. Dr. Zelkar approached hesitantly. "Dr. Chen, we owe you an apology, and perhaps we could learn from your techniques." Sarah looked up from her charts, a slight smile playing on her lips. "Medicine isn't about having the most advanced technology," she said. "Sometimes it's about understanding that the oldest solutions work because they address the fundamental processes of life itself." The Vexthai doctor clicked his mandibles, not in mockery this time, but in what Sarah had learned was their gesture of profound respect. As news of the miracle revival spread throughout the coalition fleet, Sarah Chen found herself no longer the outsider looking in. She was the human who had reminded the galaxy that sometimes, when facing the impossible, the oldest wisdom proved more valuable than the newest technology. The primitive human medic had brought the dead back to life and in doing so, had earned her place among the stars.